Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another interesting episode of the White Blood Panorama, a show that gives everyone the opportunity to express themselves on your favorite channel, White Blood Multimedia. I'm your host, Umar Isa Dandago. Well, literature is not my thing, and of course, it's because I don't think I have that quote-unquote special talent for it, but my friends like Mana Abba, Musa Idris and Mustafa Abdul Karim, and of course my American guy Mr. Adam Muhammad Lawans are deeply into it. I believe they have the talent for it. And I will not forget to tell you that my guest today is someone who has been miraculously blessed with a special talent that has to do with literature. We're not talking about literature from an academic point of view. We're talking about it from a practical terms. I'm talking about writing poems and poetries. I once tried my best to write a poem, but it didn't look good. But as I said, my guest today has this special talent. And her talent is not just about writing poems. It's also about the art, the aesthetics of performing and presenting them in front of the public and in front of the camera as well. Safiyya Jameel Turaki is a teenager who recently finished her secondary school and has composed over 5 poems, and she is currently working on more. Of course, we are expecting to see the rest in the coming weeks and months. She has been inspired to take up this important venture and adventure by so many factors and so many people we are going to see in the course of the program. But the central question we are going to be asking is, what does poem, especially spoken word poem, mean to her, and how important is it for her to be a spoken word poet? Well, Safiyya Jameel Turaki joins me now in the studio. Thank you very much indeed for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you too.
That's great. It's lovely to meet you finally face to face.
Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah, we've been exchanging messages and phone calls, preparing for this program, and finally here you are in the studio.
Yes, here I am.
Are you happy to be here with us?
I'm so excited to be here. I'm so happy at all because it's
great.
A good time to be here and be like a host of the day.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, you're also going to be the face of the day, and everyone will be watching you on YouTube and sharing the links with family and friends. And seems like I'm hosting a celebrity, isn't it?
Celebrity, but not that too much celebrity.
Okay.
An upbringing celebrity because I started this year.
Okay.
So I'm just an upbringing artist.
That's great. No problem. You get in there, of course.
Yes,
everyone starts from somewhere. Yeah, of course, and before they move to the peak level, to the apex as they call it.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. So, how old are you?
16. I'm going to 16 this
Are
October.
you sure? You don't look 16, sister.
Maybe so, but I'm 16. I'm going to 16 this October.
Okay. So which means you were born in like 2006? 6? Okay, 2006.
2006 and 16 October 2006.
That's good. I was also very young when you were born. Of course, yeah, I can remember 2006.
Yes.
There was a World Cup that took place in which country? Germany, Italy? It was Italy that won the cup. I cannot remember exactly the country. Are you into football? Do you like football?
I'm not into that much, but there's a team that I love, and that team makes me to like be watching football.
Oh, what's the name of the team?
Real Madrid.
Oh, you like Real Madrid? Congratulations! Yes. So
I love it, and that makes me to like watch football, but I'm not into it.
Okay. I understand. Many of our young women, especially in northern Nigeria, are not interested in football.
Yes.
But they are interested in Korean movies. Are you? Huh? Yeah, sure, man.
Well, I used to watch, but not that too much.
So who is your favorite character in Korean movies?
I don't even know his name. I just watch like...
But he's that tall, beautiful, handsome, right?
Exaggerating.
Exaggeratingly handsome, right?
But they are just applying makeup and look handsome. Sure? Yeah.
Is it not their natural beauty?
No. When I watch like their editing makeup, it's just like they add their natural, they add beauties to them.
Okay.
Everything is just not natural, so they are not that natural beautiful in my own.
Yeah. Somebody told me that many of our young ladies are now falling in love with some Korean actors. Is it true?
It's surely true.
Huh?
It's surely true though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you will see a girl posting a Korean actor, Jimin, who love you or something, but
oh my
this
God.
is not into me because I knew they are just applying makeups to look beautiful.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Okay.
Somebody told me that if you see your girlfriend not giving you enough time as she should, then she's probably into Korean films and she doesn't love you. Is it true?
I don't know this.
Oh, 16-year-old does not know anything about relationship. Let's not talk about it. Yeah, of course. Talk us through your biography. Who is Safiyya Jameel Turaki?
I goes by the name Safiyya Jameel Turaki, as you said. I'm a poem, a writer, a motivator, an advertiser, and also a young journalist.
Wow, that's great.
I was born on October 16, 2006. I attended my nursery school at Samadi International School, my primary education at Kano Model School, and goes with my secondary school at City of Wisdom, and I'm done waiting for my admission.
Wow, that's great. So you're preparing for university, right?
Yes.
What do you want to study at university? You say you want to be a journalist, right?
Yes.
So
it will be mass communication.
Yeah, that's great. Mass communication is the field that one needs to study before they become journalists.
Yes.
Why do you want to be a journalist?
I was just born to become a journalist, maybe.
Oh, really?
Because since when I'm young, I just love it.
Wow, good.
Because I will never forget, since from my junior school, I participate in debates and also I represent the school. I was like the celebrity that time.
Wow, congratulations, celebrity. So
celebrity that time at junior school. So from that time, at class 2, I'm the reporter. Everything you do, I report it.
Wow, that's great.
So I became, I started loving journalism at that time.
Good.
So maybe that's.
Oh yeah, that's good. Is your father or mother a journalist?
No.
No, they're not?
They're not.
So you got the passion from school?
No.
Not from home?
There's something we have in our own family. My mom used to make us feel like we can talk outside.
Oh.
Every debate that the school want to perform, she would Sophie, you have to do it. You can do it. You just need to give it a time and rotate and practice it, and you're gonna bring out the best version of yourself. So from her, I just think that I'm meant to speak publicly with that confidence I have. Okay.
So your mother has been the source of your inspiration and motivation.
Because if not because of her, maybe I'm not here.
Wow.
I was a shy girl when I was in my nursery school. Even making noise at school, I'm not fond of it. So maybe.
You're the shy type?
Yes.
Quiet one?
Quiet one. So innocent.
Yeah, so innocent. Of course you look innocent and you act innocent and you are innocent, of course. That's really significant.
Yes.
So what can you say, assuming that your mother is currently watching the video, and of course she's in the studio, of course I have to make it categorically clear to our viewers that she has been accompanied by her mother. It was her mother who drove her to the studio. This means a lot to you, right? Doesn't it?
Yes, it means a lot. Seeing her looking at me is like confidence that I'll get into my head. Okay, it's like this. Okay.
And she's being supportive of you and what you're doing.
She's been, because if not because of her, many things have not been happening.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, I have been down since and stopped the poetry. But because of her, I just want to go and make something and be that someone that everyone will be talking about. Yeah.
You said you had been down for some time, and because of her, now you are up. What does that mean? What happened till you stopped?
I was, as I told you, Mariam Bukar Hassan was my role model.
Yeah.
I loved her to the extent that every videos of her I used to memorize it.
Wow.
And my first video, after I've done it, I just found one of her videos and memorized it and done it on stage. Wow. So the first thing that I do is I tagged her in her Instagram account, saying her how she makes me be that someone that is now in love with poet and want just to be like her. But you know what?
Yeah, what?
She saw it and she didn't.
She didn't reply?
even a thanks. But and I still know that she sent it because many people use her sound of poems and she post them in their story. So that means she saw it. I was like heartbroken, and I feel like I'm not going to be a poet again.
Oh, so now,
so,
yeah.
As I cried that day.
Oh, really? You cried? No, this is nothing. This is not something that can make you cry, but it's okay.
It was so touching.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Because
I understand.
everyone knows me, knows Alhan Islam.
Yeah.
And when my mom knows, when my mom hears about it, she's the first person who posted me. She's too emotional.
Yeah, and so okay, so let's.
She's telling me how.
No, if you don't want to talk about it, of course, we can skip it and talk about another thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to trigger previous emotions, but now you are up, of course. This is something that we can focus on, right?
I believe I can do without her.
Yeah, without her, of course. And your mother is behind you, right?
Yes.
That's really important. So, you finished secondary school when?
This year.
This year?
Yes.
2022? Okay, that's very good. Talk about your friends at school. Who is your best friend?
My best friend is Khadija Daihu.
Wow.
When I'm in my secondary school, like we are best friends together. And we like have the same motive that we want to be a voice of the people. She wants to be a lawyer in order to save many people, and at that time I also want to be a journalist. So we have that motive together.
Sure.
So she's my best friend at that time.
That's good. So you want to say 1 or 2 words to her if she's watching? Hey Khadija, thank you for being my sister's friend.
And also I have another friend. She stood for me in this poetry.
Wow.
Her name is Amina Adamu Aliyu. When she hears about my poet, that girl just find anything she has to make me go viral, because she told her brother he's working with NGOs, and before you know what, the video began to go viral and everything. That's great.
Thank you very much. Of course, what's her name? Khadija, right?
No, Amina.
Amina. That's very good. Thank you, Amina. And okay, so now let's move on. Why did you? The question: what motivated you to start this spoken word poetry?
At first, I want to be a voice of the people. When I say something like, the nation will like, everyone will want to hear it.
Oh, yes.
So, starting from my upbringing, I write and read. So, perhaps I write and read, and at 13, I wrote my own book.
Wow.
Book? Yes, I wrote my own book.
Novel?
Novel.
Oh, a storybook or?
Storybook like this is like contain 10 chapters.
10 chapters?
Yes.
What is it talking about?
It's like a community. How the community thinks that if you are bad, you're always bad. And if someone is bad, what we need to do is bring him and like be someone that will motivate him and show him that he's not doing the bad and he can change and become a good person. So the book is talking about this.
So has it been published?
No, not yet. I haven't published my book. I just wrote it and shared it with my classmates.
Good.
So,
but I'm sure mom is going to do whatever she can to get the book published.
So at that time, I'm into poem mostly, poem, because every book I read, it contains a poem and I like reading it. So 28th March 2022, something tragic happens. Gunmen kills and kidnapped Abuja to Kaduna train travelers.
Yes, of course, of course. Really
the incident was so sympathetic. So I thought like I want to like say something about it. So I wrote a poem mourning them and making the government like to face the problem, because at that time it was like the government will not take any action about it. It was just them staying and crying and just suffocating themselves. So I wrote my first poem about it. So that's what maybe motivated me to start writing. If not because of that, maybe I would just be writing silly poems and keeping it down. But I will not wrote it and make it go viral or make video about it.
So did you film it? Did you perform it?
Yes.
Is it on Instagram or YouTube or what?
Instagram, but inshallah I'll post it on YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah, of course you need to start posting your poems on YouTube. Okay, I will try my best to check it on Instagram and watch that one. But I understand that poetry is about displaying one's emotion. It's about putting one's emotion into, like, in paper, and then coming down to performing it from your own parts. Why do you think poems have this peculiar style of exhibiting emotion? Why is it so emotional?
Emotional. So for it, it was so emotional because if not, it's emotional. Many people will not feel it because there are many people who said that they didn't used to like check on that Kaduna to Abuja train attack, but when they hear my poetry, it's like they want to check about it and knows what is happening. So it's like it works on them. It's a heart-to-heart talk poetry. It's a power of words. So true poet, it's emotionally we're gonna feel it in your heart.
Of course. So the emotion triggers people to go and search and read more about what happened to those victims, to the victims of that
because most
attack.
people, many have forgot about them. But when they hear the poet, they like seems to like check on it.
Okay, so can you recite? Can you? Okay, no, this is your first poem, right?
Yes, it was my first poem.
And is it the best?
I use simple words because I want everyone to know it and to like get to know the meaning of the words. Even a layman in the street can understand it.
So you're not using high sounding words.
I just want it to like be a simple one for everyone to understand it.
So that everyone can easily understand it. Okay, I'm going to allow you for a short in the next couple of minutes to perform some of your poems, of course, but right now I need to answer this question. It has come from my friend. He's also a poet, of course. We call him Barrister Abubakar Philosopher. He said, how do you normally write or compose your poems? I mean, by how he means when do you write it? I mean, how do you write it? When you are angry? Do you write it when you are sad? Or you just write it when you are happy?
Poem is a talent. So my own comes and goes, but what I feel in my heart or something that worries me or something I want to make it clear, I just wrote a poem about it. Everything that comes into my mind, I can perform a poem about this phone.
Oh, really? That's good.
If it's inside my heart, but if I don't like it, I will not even get that time to start writing a poem about it. But it was like it just came because I'm just watching a movie and I would just think like, let's make a poem for Nigeria, and I started like
I think that is a word that they use, muse, M-U-S-E. When you have the muse, when you have the emotion, and when you feel like this is the right time for me to write or to perform it, then you do it.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So let me ask you the second question. And what are your hobbies?
I like writing. Everyone who knows me knows that I'm that girl who always does something inside her book. I like writing to the extent that I have my own diary. Every day I wrote what happens that day. Good. Now if I went back home, I'm going to
You're going to write about me?
You.
Oh, really?
And
about this program.
And about this program. So I love writing, and also sometimes I like listening to music.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
We got another question from my friend Adamu Muhammad Lawans. I normally call him American because he speaks American English.
You have a conversation with him?
Yeah.
He's been host of the day.
No, I haven't hosted him here.
Okay.
But no, the other one that you saw.
Yes,
yeah,
with an American accent.
Muhammad Umar
like,
Sajid.
this one can speak English more than me.
Oh, really?
I have to change my accent.
You like American English?
Yes, I like American English, and I'm into British.
Okay, yeah. So which one do you like now? Which one are you going to be using in the future? British English or American English?
British is worldwide, but American is like to be something.
But this is the order of the day. Everyone is rushing to learn American English because it's so fashionable.
My country was raised with, by British, so I have to learn it for me to be able to like catch up.
Okay, so now you're going to use British English.
Yes.
All through and through.
I like to learn the American accent, but I'm just gonna use it normally, like now.
Oh.
But British accent is the one I love.
Okay, that guy, my friend, Muhammad Umar Saji, he really inspired you and he impressed you?
Yes, he impressed me.
With his powerful Black American accent?
Yes.
Okay, so Muhammad Umar Saji, if you're watching this, so you're gonna know that Safiyya has really been impressed by your accent. I don't know whether I'm copying you. So that's cool, man. It's not my thing. I'm more into Indian accent. So Muhammad, and this one, Adamullah Lawans. His name is Adamullah Lawans. He also has this Black American accent. I always tease him with that.
Yeah.
He says, what themes do you usually write on?
Drug addicts.
Okay.
I hate drug abuse.
Wow.
So it's the most touching part that I want. But I wrote it, but I still don't perform the video.
Okay.
But it is the best aspect. And the second one is my country.
Okay.
Every time when I checked, when I looked on social media, there will always be a news. A pregnant woman, maybe like this, has been kidnapped on her way to Kaduna. So it's a tragic event, and it keeps on going. So I focus on those two things, drug abuse and also my country crisis.
Okay. The crisis that are bedeviling the country, and then drug abuse, and then he goes on to say among
violence.
Violence, of course.
Yes.
Violence against women.
Against anyone.
Oh yes, that's
because
really
nowadays it's not women that are always violating. People to get violated.
Yeah, and he says among the things that you love is poetry on top.
Yes, it is.
Really on top.
Yes, I never thought I would be a poem, but when I started, I love it.
Good.
To the extent that I can keep that journalism aspect aside and go with this poem. Because I'm like into it now. I can keep that journalism expert and
you're into it in a big way.
Yes.
Okay, so if you were to get a degree on writing poem and performing spoken word poetry, you can drop journalism.
Yes, I'll go for it.
And I will motivate you to do that, of course. So let's now give you the opportunity to practice or to perform some of your spoken word poems. Which one would you start with?
Rescue them.
Rescue them. Okay, so
the Kaduna to Abuja.
Okay, yes, of course.
They were afraid to talk, afraid to move, afraid to strive. They were taken far away from their home, longing to see their family even once. They ate little they gave, they drank little they saw. They felt betrayed by their own country, although they were stuck in a place where sometimes they cry, shout, and at last pray. But the story never changed. I'm Safiyya Jameel Turaki. I don't know what they feel, but imagine them in that place is too shocking. They are people like us, proudly citizens of Nigeria, who have hope over their country. But they were mistaken. Nigerians, we have to listen. We have to pay attention. They are souls like us who knows nothing but to be rescued. Rescue in the hands of the evil.
Oh my God. I could see the emotion coming out of you and then penetrating me. I don't know, I'm not into literature in a big way, but I believe that this poem is really heart-touching. Looking at the words, looking at the diction, and looking at your intonation, you know, the way your voice is rising and falling, depending on the words and expressions, and depending on what you are here to say. Really emotional, of course.
Yes.
That's good. So do you have another one you want to perform? Oh, it's just okay.
It's okay.
Okay, so can you do one poem?
I don't want to reveal it now. I'm going to perform more and more, and when I just hidden from you, you just saw it on my Instagram account.
Of course. Yeah, of course I saw it before we started the program. So can you do one for me, for example, and for this show? Can you do it now or later?
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, try.
When I talked about journalism experts, I talked about you.
Wow.
A person who wants to make the world news go viral.
Wow.
A person who wants to make the world shocked with his news. You are such a talented man. A man with the knowledge of arts. A man with the knowledge of journalism. It's okay like this.
So what's the name of the man?
You.
You is not the name, it's the pronoun.
Okay, Umar Isa Dandogo.
Thank you very much.
You are such a talented man.
MashaAllah.
Oh, so we can.
Thank you.
We can leave it like this.
If you want to continue on and on, I don't have any problem with that.
No.
Yeah. But okay, thank you very much. I hope one day you will go into studio and film it for like 30 seconds or so.
Okay, don't worry.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed. We are running out of time. We have like 2 minutes to go. I'm sorry, I don't want to continue talking about that emotional part of your life, but it's really important and significant. Let's talk about it. If Alhan Islam was to talk to you and say, hey, come, I will mentor you, would you say okay?
I don't know why, but I'm still in love with her. I loved her, but after what she did, I'm still watching her videos, and still liking, still commenting, still reposting. I even have a YouTube channel for her, Alhan Islam. I post her videos, and I didn't even have it for myself. So maybe I'll just want to love her, and I'll.
So yeah, of course. And okay, so did you ever think like she was so busy that she couldn't get back to you? Did you give her this excuse?
When so many things start popping inside my head. Sometimes I would say like, maybe she is into something, maybe she has many DMs on Instagram, maybe.
Yeah.
But
all the maybes. All the maybes.
But when I saw that it was her poem that
you performed.
Yes, I performed, and she still saw it without even thanks. I don't want her to post me even or say something like, but a little thanks with a heart emoji. It's okay.
Yeah, of course.
I can feel like I'm doing something good, but when she even don't reply, I think like I'm losing. I'm not doing what is right. The poem is like not the right way.
Okay.
So.
But now, fast forward, you can do without her. Yes or no?
I can do.
Yeah, of course you can do. You already made it clear by your facial expressions, and earlier in the program you said your mother has told you that you can do it.
Yes.
And now you're doing it.
And I'm gonna keep hitting it without her, inshallah.
Yeah, and I'm sure one day she will talk to you and you say it's okay.
I wish.
Yeah, since you said there's no problem when she talks to you and she. Okay, that's good. Finally, what books do you like to read?
A fantasy.
Fantasy.
Yes.
Science fiction?
It's an unexperienced book that people found it to be a reality. Because a Wattpad, I usually read in Wattpad. So I like reading fantasy book, like a book about a vampire. I still think that vampire exists. And they didn't exist.
They don't exist,
They don't exist. So it's just an imagination. So I love fantasy, and also mafia. Someone killing, drinking blood.
Subhanallah. This is too bad. So you still watch? Okay, you watch horror films?
No, I don't watch. I read it.
Okay, you read it.
I read more than how I watch.
Don't you think it will have some impact on your psychology? Yes, of course. How you react to people, it will make you paranoid and afraid.
No, I just have that belief that vampire exists.
Okay.
Because of how I read the books.
And you also believe that they don't exist?
I think they exist.
They exist? So
no.
So maybe when you go to somewhere, you may see them.
There will be.
So okay, that's very good. I'm sure those people who are into reading novels
will like to join fantasy. And also I like classic classic novel, British one, 18th century. Those ones are too complicated that you have to grab your dictionary and be checking for their keywords.
Yeah. Finally, what can you say about this program?
It was like good. I feel I can do it here.
Yeah, of course.
And it makes me now feels like I can do it without her.
Alhamdulillah.
But back, I think like everything I want to do, I have to do like her.
Yeah.
But now, inshallah, I will be like myself.
That's good. I wish you all the best, Safiyya Jameel Turaki. Thank you very much, and I hope when next I invite you, you'll be able to come back.
Inshallah, I will be able to
That's
come
great.
back.
Well, on behalf of everyone that has contributed significantly and enormously to the production of the program, of course, I will not forget Gwani Abbas Abdurrahman, and my friends who contributed with their questions, Adam Muhammad Lawans, Mala Abba Idris, aka Abdurrabbihi, and Barrister Abu Bakar, and the big boss, Zainab Abdurrahman, my agogo. My name is Umar Isa Dandugo, saying goodbye and see you soon.